Sure.
And the key thing to understand about what we do here, which is really expressing ourselves in alternative ways, is that everybody does it. They do it in the suburbs. I've been to parties in the suburbs. But the problem there is that if you go to a party in the suburbs, you're going to meet about 20 people, 50 people, whatever. If you're in the city, you're going to meet hundreds and hundreds of people.
Sure.
You have a market. You have a mixing of molecules. So I could never have become who I am without being here in San Francisco. Couldn't have done it on the internet. Could not have done it in the suburbs. Even if I went to tons of parties, I would not have had the volume of experiences that I had, the safety, the diversity. You know, and that existed much more 7 years ago than it does now, unfortunately.
Sure. So tell me about now. I think that's a perfect segue. What's going on right now on Polk Street? What's going on in San Francisco in general?
Yeah, so I hear about a lot of things, I read about a lot of things, and I experience a lot of things. So let me talk about what I personally experienced.
Okay.
Right. So when I first came here, I mean, again, I'll go back to Divas, my favorite transsexual bar.
Yeah, tell us a little more about Divas.
Yeah, and the thing that I really
before we even go there.
Yeah, the thing that I really loved it is the transsexual bar in San Francisco. And the key thing about Divas is on the first floor you have, the classic bar, a lot of people hooking up, meeting, that kind of thing. You go to the top floor, it's a lounge, right? So it's where people sit and chat. So back when I first started coming here about 7 years ago, the people I would meet up there, the lovers of the trans world, the filmmakers from Sweden, the people from LA, the people from New York that just were curious.
Yeah.
The volume of people coming through there. And it was a lot of straight people up there. And then you had a dance floor on the third floor, which was for dancing. So you had a lot of the diversity. And if you compare that experience, I would go over there, I'd meet so many people every night. It was packed on Friday and Saturday. Now it's dead. And the question is why? What has happened in 7 years? That market, that thermodynamic compression of molecules to create reactions doesn't exist anymore. And the only thing I could assume is that it's happening because of the internet. People are meeting, and I know this from what people tell me, is that people are meeting on the internet. But again, you can't meet 50 people in one night. Right. You don't have a market, right? So you're not interacting, and that's the thing that really upsets me more than anything else.
It's not that connection, that relating isn't getting to happen.
Yeah, again, it's not those molecules mixing up like stirring a batter,
It's just the profile to the profile, and does it match? Does it work?
Yeah, and the thing is,
look at my Grindr app and see if somebody's close enough by and fits the bill.
You meet them online. They're not what they appeared online. Most people take drugs before they get there because you're usually meeting in a bar. Very often they'll meet them at their home, so they want to take a lot of drugs because they'll be like, she'll do or he'll do or what, that kind of thing. Only because I want to get laid tonight, and this is the only person I'm going to get to meet. Now Grindr's even better, where if your first hookup doesn't work, you can go to your second hookup.
Wow.
I think that's great. But you're not going to get 50 people. You're not going to be able to interact and have fun. It's very stressful. It puts you in the closet more.
Interesting.
It's very unhealthy. The internet is a wonderful opportunity to engage in conversations, to stimulate conversations, but at some point, to take it to the next level, there's so much noise.
Yeah.
And you can only physically meet people in limited quantities. You have to physically meet people.
Sure.
And San Francisco is a compression of all of this, and it's going to go away like that.
So we have
and
to
it
be
will
careful.
never come back.